Hey everyone, you need to check out Agent CRM. It is the platform that we really wish we had before.
Oh yeah, it has everything you need, and their team helps you get set up.
Check out Agent CRM in our description and enjoy the show.
Oh yeah.
What up, folks?
What up?
This guy, I tell you. Hey, if you don't know who the 2022 NAIA National Player of the Year and the 2021 NAIA World Series MVP is, we have her right here. It's Riley Donovan, folks.
Yes.
Riley, what up?
What's up, guys? How are you doing?
Everywhere you go, do they announce you that way? The 2022 NAIA Player of the Year. Welcome
I do
to Starbucks.
get it a lot. It's definitely often that I get that, for sure.
What was that like? I mean, how did you hear about that?
Well, okay, so I originally, I didn't even think I was eligible because I was under the impression that I could, if you didn't make it to the World Series, that you weren't able to get that. So I didn't even think it was an option. And then I got a phone call from Coach at the day it was announced, and she told me, and I was like, are you kidding me? It was just a complete shock. I had no idea. So it was pretty crazy.
That's awesome. And just so our viewers and listeners know, she goes to Southern Oregon University. Coach Jessica Pistole is a phenomenal coach, by the way.
Absolutely.
So let's find out a little about her. What position? What's your specialty?
Let our listeners and viewers know.
Let's find out what is it that made you the player of the year? What is the things that they saw that you did that made that happen?
Yeah, I am a catcher, and I pretty much a catcher only, honestly. I don't really have any other position that I can play, and I'm a pretty heavy hitter too. If I am not catching, I am DPing. So I think that with a lot of work and a lot of help from a lot of people, I was able to, rack up my stats, I guess. I honestly I don't look at my stats. It's kind of a mental thing for me. I prefer not to look at it. I'm not sure where I stand with all of them, but I think that, like I said, with a lot of help from a lot of people, I was able to kind of have some really good stats, and people just thought I deserved it. So
okay, yeah. All right, I gotta cut you off. Jeez. So Riley and I kind of have a little history together. I coached her at CSM, as you can see right there, CSM softball, who just won the state championship, by the way. Anyway, and she is probably the most humble ball player that I have ever known in my life. But with that being humble, she's also one of the hardest working ball players I've ever had the pleasure of coaching. And when she says, I don't know, she batted over 400 all season long. I think she had 16 home runs. I don't remember. And she led the nation with 80 something RBIs. So with her saying, I don't know, I don't look at my stats, she really has no freaking clue what her stats are. And I will vouch for that 100%. And that's what I love about you, Riley.
Yeah. You just come and play.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The one stat I do know, and this is the one I'm probably most proud of, is because at CSM I wasn't able to do this, but I'm sure, Chris, my sister Harley, she played at my junior college and at this college, and at CSM she held the home run record. And so, well, at CSM I always wanted to beat it, but COVID kind of got in the way of that. So when I came here, I was able to beat it. So that's the one stat I know for sure. I had 20 home runs on the season.
20.
Oh my God.
Just because that was a big one for me, because gotta be
competitive
with the sister.
You were in the COVID year, you're only 2 behind her, and there was 15 more games to go.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
She was
on fire.
Woo!
She
didn't beat me. She's like, I'll always have that on you.
Oh yeah.
What kind of a mindset and focus do you have coming in?
I think that my biggest focus is to really just focus on our team and making sure that we are one unit working together. We're a well-oiled machine and not just kind of sticking to what I've always done, not looking at where we're ranked as a team, not looking at my personal stats, not looking at everybody talking about the little things that really don't matter at the end of the day, because what matters is our team and what we're doing and how we play our brand of softball. And just keeping that focus, because nothing else matters. And if we focus on ourselves and ourselves only, then there's really no team that we can't beat.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? I'm jumping. I'm sorry.
Get in there. Go
on.
on. I'm
gonna talk to my new catcher friend here. I want to know, are you the talkative catcher or are you the silent? Like, do you talk to the players? Are you constantly talking to the umpire? Is there a lot going on in there? Are you getting in people's heads, or is it you just the silent, stoic, leave them alone type?
Oh, I would say I'm pretty talkative. I can't even lie. I'm talking to the umpire. I'm talking to my pitchers. I'll never talk directly to the other team, but I get loud for my teammates. Just hopefully, I mean, it's kind of like a symptom of like, if I hope that if I get hyped for my teammates, that'll lift them up, and hopefully like the other team will just feel defeated from that. I mean, that's how I play. I like to be loud. I like to get hyped. I don't know if I've always been that way, because coming into like my, I guess, like personality as a catcher, I haven't always been the most confident and the most like, but I think coming into this last year, like it was like we had this brand new team and I wanted to give all I had to give the younger people on our team that confidence. Yeah. So I really wanted to embody that. So that's kind of the catcher I've become.
Do you feel that with being the player of the year now and coming into the next year that there's a different pressure coming up this year to live to, or is it something you're just like, it's same old, you know, I own this field when I walk out there? Because that's obviously the way it sounds like you were talkative, you run that field. It's your field when you walk on it, right? Just same old game that you're playing, and whatever happens is going to happen. You're just going to keep driving towards it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think that, I mean, and I've said this a couple of times, and I'm of the belief that there's only as much pressure as you allow there to be. You can take it as a challenge, and if you allow that pressure to get to you and give you anxiety, or you can just own that and own the anxiety and own the fear of failure, because that it's really scary. But once you kind of get out of the headspace of not wanting to mess up and just allowing it to happen and being like, all right, like I got this next one, I'm gonna get this next one. It's not even a question. And it sounds a lot easier than it really is, because that takes a long time for a lot of people. So yeah, and I think for our team in general, just really going for it. There's like holding nothing back.
Go ahead.
Who would you say over the years that you've been playing softball, who are your mentors?
Well, I would say my biggest one is Harley. I think my sister, she again played at the same junior college and the same college I'm at now. And I've always looked up to her. I've always wanted to be like her. I've always strived to just be as talented as her. And just like looking at her as a player, watching her play, and as I grew up, it was just so inspiring to me, because she played with this class that like, it's just really amazing to watch. And so that's probably my number one. Coach Borg, she's always going to be a mentor of mine. I looked up to her from the get because of how Harley spoke about her and then how she approached me. I'll be forever grateful for her. Yeah. And there's countless others that have kind of touched my life throughout the years, but those I would say are the two biggest ones.
That's awesome. Awesome.
What do you think has been some of the biggest improvements in your game since high school to now? Like, what do you see you've grown the most in your game that's really helped round you out as a player?
Yeah. I think two things. I think my approach as a hitter has, because I've always had the ability to be a consistent and strong hitter. However, I think an immature mind can completely ruin that. And that's what I had in high school. And it took a couple years of college to truly understand the difference and why. So I think that I've improved a lot on. And catching, I think I improved in a lot of ways. Chris here actually helped me a lot with my confidence when I was at CSM. He gave me a lot of tools to just make me feel like I can get the job done. I've always been, and yeah, so those two things, just like my strength and my framing, that's something I'm so proud of. Sorry. I'm actually really proud of my framing now because Chris worked with me every single day, and it's something that that's like my kind of pride and joy now because of it. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't fit in the frame from this big head.
It's just a big smile. Thank you. I appreciate that. But let's be honest here. It's all you. You're putting in the work. It's you that's taking what I'm saying, processing, understanding, and applying. It's you.
Well, and her answer was unbelievable because, and it's very true, but a lot of people will talk about their physical growth, and she went to mental growth,
which is
that's
amazing.
Honestly, what I believe is the difference in you being the player of the year or not.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
You feel that like people can physically be something. I know guys that are monsters, and I played football against them, and they couldn't do much because there was too much muscle. So their physical wasn't, strong, but the mental game,
totally
everything. Do you believe that's the difference between a certain player and another level?
Oh, 100,000%. I can't even stress, like, you could have the most beautiful swing. Right. You could have just the best mechanics out there on any part of the game. But if you are not mentally strong or mentally just, there's just no way. I mean, it's something that, not to cower away from, because like, oh, I have a bad mental game, I don't want to do this at all. It's like something you want to just approach with this open mindset, because, oh gosh, like, you could have the worst swing in the world, or just like have an ugly swing. And if you are seeing the ball correctly and having a good pitch selection and going in with confidence, like, nobody can stop you, because as long as you're making contact, like, and putting some power behind it, you're going to get the job done.
I want every player in the world to listen to that.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you nailed that.
Yeah.
In what I think a lot of coaches, me and you included, wish we could articulate better.
Yes.
And you just said it the way we want it to be articulated.
Thank you.
And as a player. So thank you. We're going to share that as a specific gold clip in the future. Oh
God, yeah. That is a huge,
because
huge.
I think more athletes need to hear that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It can be really hard to embody, but it's definitely the truth.
So I know your sister's your mentor. Now let's talk about a player you'd love to play against. You just want to shove it, Who brings that out in you?
A specific player?
Well, if you don't want to say a player's name, maybe a school or.
All right. I got you. No, listen, because I have a lot of respect for the players that I want to beat. I can't even lie. Like, that's.
I know you.
And I would say, as a hitter, just going up against, honestly, any of the pitchers against OIT, like, they're a super talented program, and they bring it every single time. And I've always gotten really excited and just so pumped to go up against them, because I know that they're going to bring it, and we're going to go up against them and give them our best.
Yeah. The ball's the size of a watermelon, right?
Oh yeah.
I love it.
But that's such a big honor for you to say that about them.
Yeah,
because I mean, hopefully they watch this and they see that, because I bet they think the same of you. Like, if I want to beat the best, So when they come and they face you, they're going to bring you the best, and that's what you're going to get.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
There's something magic in that. And I bet those pitchers are going to feel the same way about you that got this I can't even talk.
Spit it out. Come on, Sparky. Let's go.
Season.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it.
Definitely. I know I can't say it enough, and I probably said it 10,000 times, but I truly am. What season ends next year? What's Riley Donovan doing after that?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a big question mark for me and everybody else. There's a lot of things that I'd like to do that I've always wanted to do. I mean, getting into my career and all of that, I'd love to see a career in coaching at some point, but that's a whole nother thing. We'll see. I'm going to play it by ear. There's a lot of opportunity, and I know that. I just have to go out there and take it, I guess.
No, exactly. Got to grab it. Do you see yourself, you and your sister, coaching a team or a school somewhere?
That would be fun. I've never thought about that, but that would be really cool.
Wow, that's a good one.
That'd be pretty awesome.
So with the accolades and your success and stuff like that, when you're all said and done, I guess we'll go to that all said and, when it's all done, what legacy do you really want to leave?
Ooh, good question.
A legacy. I guess the biggest legacy is just that I would like truly embodying the intensity of the game, because for me, the most fun is when I'm just in it and screaming and just so excited for my teammates, like that, and just being not holding back and celebrating your teammates when they do something amazing, because that is what makes it the most fun for me, honestly, is truly being there for my teammates and really lifting them up when they do something great, because that is one of the best feelings, like seeing somebody get a shot up the middle to score the winning run, or when a pitcher gets a strikeout swinging, like that is one of the best feelings. So anyways, I would say that, and just really trying to encourage everybody to understand that they always have more to give. There's always more to give. And yeah.
Can I summarize that real quick for you, maybe? And player of the year, but the ultimate teammate.
Yes.
Because that's what I hear, right?
Absolutely.
Is that how you'd like to see it?
Yeah, I mean, that's really encouraging to hear, because that's something I've really tried to work towards. I haven't always been that way when I get into, some like lower times. So that's a really encouraging thing, like an encouraging way to say it. I love to hear that, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. All right. I'm stealing his question.
Okay.
Our viewers want to know. You ready?
This is my favorite question.
What are your superstitions?
My superstitions. Gosh, let me think about it. If we had a home game, I always had the exact same breakfast. And it was always from Starbucks. It was a ham and Swiss panini and a oat milk shake and espresso. Let's see. I don't have many superstitions. I've always tried to get away from that, because if you don't do it, then it's
right,
the end of the world.
There's a way that
you want to know a fun one?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. We started this last year. My teammate Olivia Mackey, I would get when I was on deck, right before I got on deck, I would get on one knee and she would swear me in with the bat. She would tap each shoulder and then tap my head and then bend me the bat. And then since Olivia Mackey graduated, my other teammate Kellyanne McEwen, she does it now. So we do it every single at bat without fail.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
And they get to
pass that along to somebody.
What's that?
Would you be able to pass that along to somebody?
That's the thing, is I had to think really carefully about who I let swear me in for this year. Since OMAC left, I had to
Oh my
think
gosh.
Now, the question is, last game in the series, playing in the World Series, who do you christen or knight in?
What's that?
Who do you christen in?
Who becomes the next person who gets
The next
christened?
Riley Donovan to get christened?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't thought about that. That's a good question, though. I'll have to think about it.
All right. You know these questions. They're 3 questions. They're coming at you. You ready?
I think so.
All right. What do you do well?
What do I do well? I support my teammates well.
What would you do differently?
I would take some of the pressure off,
Nice.
because regardless of how much you want to say it, sometimes it creeps in no matter what.
I like that. That's a great answer, by the way. And what do you need work on?
Bringing the team together as one.
She nailed us.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the second one. We actually had a long discussion about this today.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
And it's something we're starting to want to address a little bit more, is
Mhm.
the pressure.
Mhm.
And athletes, we were talking about D1 or bust.
Yeah.
Or, a lot of the things. I know it's been a really big thing that's hit softball hard in the college community. And it needs to be discussed, and you may not have the answer, which is fine, but what do we do? How do we help that? I know that's a big question. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, is it talking about it? Is it we're talking about bringing a series together with an actual PhD doctor that will answer the tough questions? Is it
Totally.
that we need to bring it out and talk about it? Or what is it we need to do? What do you think can be helpful?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. And that's why I love the program I'm at so much, is because we are addressing mental health every single day. We're always talking about, like, okay, what's going on in your head right now? I think the majority of programs are not that way, which that's what's been ingrained in, like, the society of athletics, like, is just kind of shut up and work kind of thing, when there's a time and place for that, I think, but there's also a time and place for acknowledging somebody's mental state and what's going on in their head, because in all reality, we're all human beings still, and we want to be successful. Nobody wants to fail. So it's just giving them the proper avenues. And in order to find those avenues, you need to talk about what's wrong and what's going on and how you can fix it. Because if you just try to hold it in, there's no learning there.
Yeah.
So that's the best answer I can give.
No, and thank you. And
Yeah.
we'll probably reach out to you. There's definitely be an anonymous way for people to ask those questions and what we're going to do.
Yep.
And I hope that you can help, and also help encourage others to interact with what we're trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Just let me know.
Absolutely. I will.
Yep.
Man,
What
she
a
is.
great interview.
Riley.
No, we're interviewing top people from all over the country now.
Yeah.
And you're an amazing at the top of that, just as a human being, not the sports.
Thank you.
Thank
you, guys.
The fact that you want to be the ultimate teammate and you want to
Yeah.
bring the team together is probably some of the best stuff I've heard. And I appreciate and thank you for being that person.
Well, thank you guys for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Definitely. Riley, thank you again. I love you. You're awesome. From all of us here at What Up Sports, you guys have a great day and a better tomorrow.
absolutely.
What up?
What up? Thank you, Riley.